Ladies and gentlemen, today is March 17th, 2016, and in less than a month, all of us will be graduating, or we should be. And this is a big step in our lives, you know? We're moving on from being just teenagers to being teenagers who are considered adults. And you know, some of us are going to college, some of us are going to work, and no matter what you do, it's your choice. But something we can all do together is contemplate and think about the last 12 years of our lives. What exactly have we learned? What exactly have we done? You know, what was our reason for coming here every day? And some of you may say, well, I came because, you know, I was told if I went to school and I got an education, I would get money in the end. Some of you may say, well, I came to be with my friends. Some of you just may say I was forced. And you know, whatever small reason you may have, it's fine. But I want to discuss the core reason, you know, why are schools put there for us to attend? Now, at this point, someone may say, well, to get an education. However, you know, I would have agreed with you about a month ago, but as I found out, the term education is rather broad. You know, to say just to get an education could mean anything. You could get an education in medical care. You could get an education in kickboxing. You could get an education in education. Lord knows what that is. But my point is that, you know, to say an education in public school, it could be anything. So I asked myself, you know, what should be considered a public school education? And, you know, I couldn't really come up with the answer. It was really hard to answer because it's so many people would receive it, and you don't really know what you should be teaching everybody. So I asked myself another question. What was my education? What did I consider what I learned to be? So I thought about it. I recalled as much as I could over the last 12 years, things people had told me as I grew up. And I looked at our curriculum, I did the research, and I thought about everything I had learned. Now, for the most part, I would say I actually did receive a good education compared to other people because I saw good reasoning behind what I had learned. And, you know, some people may question classes like science or electives. And science sort of worked out for me because it's what I seek to study in the future. And electives, I feel they're good to have because they break up classes for you to, you know, de-stress. You know, so I considered my education to be a good one. I was happy with what I received. But, you know, as I did research, I also found that not everyone may be receiving an adequate education. You know, so there's two things I'd like to address today. Two simple things. The first one, a lot easier than the second. Okay. So, does everyone remember around 9th to middle school how we had to take a sex ed class? So, the state policies on this class might actually surprise you because only half of the 25 states in the United States actually require that in public schools. Now, I don't think I need to explain what's wrong with half of the population not knowing about things like STDs, how to do things like put on a condom. You know, we can all agree that's a must on everybody's occasion. And, you know, and another thing about that is, funny enough, only 20 states actually require that the information be accurate. Okay? Which means, like, you know, if you've ever seen some sort of satire regarding sex ed, and you see a video that says something along the lines of, if you have sex, you will die, you know, those videos are allowed in some places. So, my point is, let's get that done with. I think everybody can agree why. It doesn't need further explanation. However, the other thing I wanted to address was standardized testing and its abundance in our educational system. Now, if you think back to last year, you'll recall that we took about 20-ish standardized tests, and, you know, some were practice exams, some were the actual exams, some were retakes, you know, but they accumulated, and that was a fair number. Now, as I was looking at it, I thought about it, and I was like, well, why do we have so many? It's sort of the results of the No Child Left Behind Act. And, you know, so I looked at it, and I thought about this act, and, you know, in theory, it should have worked, right? You continually check the progress of kids, and then you help them, you know. That's how it should have worked in theory. But it's actually come up with a lot more issues than it has helped. Because if you look at national test scores over the last couple of years. Sure, scores have been rising, but they weren't going very quickly. We've had like 10-point increase, I believe. And then recently there was a decline, actually. So it's a little sketchy. But my point is that, standardized testing isn't really helping as much as people would expect. It's turned out that, like, kids are just ending up stressed out and performing less. It's not really, it's helping as much as you would think. One example I'd like to give is, while we were doing practice exams last year, I recall, it was an SAT practice exam. I recall sitting at my desk, looking to my right. There was a girl there, I won't say who she was, for her privacy. And I recall that as soon as we started the test, she put her head down and just went to sleep. And, I can understand that. I was tired too. But then I realized, this test isn't really going to measure her accurately because she's just sleeping on it. And then if you look at results around the nation, a lot of people just choose to opt out of a test. So once again, you're not getting good enough results. So I don't really have the solution to education. I'm just one guy. I've been studying this for a month. But something I can say is if you look at the results of standardized testing, you'll see that it's not working out as well as it should. Now, we've got like 1 billion years until the universe explodes, and we don't have time to fix it. So I suggest this. Let's take away our focus from standardized testing, because clearly it hasn't worked, stacking 20 tests on a person, and instead let's try some other form to increase scores or whatever would be considered the good way to give an education.